Honourable Member for Skeena, Bulkley Valley.
Mr. Speaker, yesterday West Fraser Timber announced it's closing the Hurricane Mill in Kitimat, British Columbia. More than 500 people will lose their jobs, and as many as 3,000 others in related industries will also be out of work in the Terrace and Kitimat region. Despite the closure, West Fraser will still receive a $30 million subsidy from this government for the very same mill that it's mothballing. Can the minister explain why West Fraser is getting a subsidy at the same time that is dealing a crippling blow to the workers and their families that put their blood, sweat and tears into this operation for more than 40 years?
Hear, hear.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Chair, our government remains extremely concerned about the difficulties that are facing the forestry sector, and through our economic action plan, the government has supplied the forestry industry with a $1 billion pulp and paper green transformational program. West Fraser qualified for more than $88 million in those credits to be used at any mill in Canada. Mr. Speaker, I think the question that needs to be asked of this member, however, relates to Bill C-391 and what he's going to do next week when that bill comes to a vote in front of this House. Is he going to stand and represent his constituents for once in this House and get rid of the long gun registry?
Here, here. Honourable Member for Skeena, Bulkley Valley.
Apparently this government is unable to use the tool called Google and find out that I'll be supporting the bill next week when it comes to a vote. In this unprecedented crisis in the forestry industry, we were told that this very program, this subsidy, would keep our mills open and our forestry towns alive. But the program is deeply flawed. Could the minister explain why a program that was supposed to protect our mills is instead helping to shut them down? What answer can this government offer to the 3,000 families affected and the many tens of thousands of families that may face the same fate across this country?
Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Well, Mr. Speaker, just as he's been late to the long gun registry file, he's been late to this one as well, because this government has supported the forestry sector across this country for years. We put $1 billion into the Community Adjustment Fund, $1 billion into the Community Development Fund. We spent $170 million to help the forestry sector with innovation and marketing. I could go on and on and on, Mr. Speaker, because this government has stood behind our forestry sector. We will continue to stand there. I would ask him if he's going to stand with his colleagues and convince them that the rest of them should be supporting Bill C-391 as well and getting rid of the long gun registry. Will he do that with us?
The Honourable